Good morning, students. Today we can continue with exercise 6.1 applications of vector algebra. We are finished with the examples. Now we are going to start with exercise. So the first problem is prove by vector method that if a line is drawn from the center of the circle, that is, let us draw a circle first. So let us draw a circle. Let us mark this as center. Let us mark it as O. So the line is drawn from the center of the circle to the midpoint of a chord. So let us take a chord here. So let the chord be AB, O be the center of the circle. A line drawn from the center of the circle to the midpoint of the chord AB is perpendicular to the chord. So we have to prove that this line is perpendicular. So let us join OA and OB. OA and OB are nothing but the radius of the circle. Okay. So let us start the problem. Let O be the center. O be the center of the circle. AB be the chord. AB be the chord. Okay. Take O as the origin. First we have to choose what is the origin. Take O as the origin. So we can write position vector of OA vector is equal to A vector. Similarly, position vector of B vector is OB vector is equal to B vector. Since we can mark this point as C, C is the midpoint of AB, isn't it? Since C is the midpoint of AB. C is the midpoint of AB. We can write OC vector, position vector of C vector as A vector plus B vector by 2. Since it is a midpoint, we can write it as OA plus OB by 2. So that is A vector plus B vector by 2. Okay. Now let us write down. We need to prove. What is to prove? OC is perpendicular to AB, isn't it? So to prove AB vector is perpendicular to OC vector. So what it implies? That is to prove AB vector dot product is equal to 0. Then we can say that the two vectors are perpendicular, isn't it? So AB vector dot OC vector is equal to 0. So let us take LHS now. AB vector dot OC vector is equal to, what is AB vector? OB minus OA. OB minus OA dot. We have taken what is OC? A vector plus B vector by 2. Isn't it? So now we can write this as B vector minus A vector. Dot 1 by 2 can be taken outside. This can be written as B vector plus A vector. So now listen here, students, that is B minus A dot B plus A by 2. So we can write this as 1 by 2 into B square minus A square. Because A plus B into A minus B formula. So we can write it as B square minus A square. So we can write this as equal to 0, because what is B and what is A? Both are radius. OA is equal to OB is equal to radius. A equal to B equal to radius, isn't it? We can write this as OA equal to OB equal to. OA is equal to OB is equal to radius. So we can write B square minus A square equal to 0. That implies AB vector is perpendicular to OC vector. So what is AB vector dot OC vector? It is equal to 0. Hence we proved that AB vector is perpendicular to OC vector. Okay. Now let us go to the next problem. Problem number 2. Prove prove by vector method that the median to the base of an isosceles triangle is perpendicular to the base. So let us draw the triangle ABC first. So this is the triangle ABC. Let us draw a median from A to BC. So medians means these two sides will be equal. It is an isosceles triangle. So these two sides will be equal. And let us mark this point as D. Okay. So we have to prove that the median of to the base of an isosceles triangle is perpendicular to the base. So we are going to prove here as AD is perpendicular to BC. Okay. So now let us carry over here. Let ABC be an isosceles triangle. Let ABC be an isosceles triangle. Where AB equal to AC. Okay. AB equal to AC. And let A be the origin. And then position vector of B vector and C vector. D is the midpoint. So D is the midpoint of BC. Midpoint of BC. So D is the midpoint of BC means we can say that DB vector is equal to, we can write minus DC vector, because here we are having this arrow and here we are having this arrow. So DB vector is equal to minus DC vector. Okay. So D is the midpoint of BC means we can write it as DB vector is equal to minus DC vector. Now it is given that AB is equal to AC, isn't it? So to prove, what is to prove? AD vector is perpendicular to BC vector. That is AD vector dot BC vector is equal to 0, isn't it? So first let us take down by the given data AD dot BC. What is AD dot BC? AD dot BC is equal to, how can you write AD? AD can be written as, let us see the diagram. AD, how can you write AD? Let us mark the arrow mark like this. So AD can be written as AB plus DB, isn't it? So AD plus DB. AB can be written as AB plus DB. So let us use this one. AB vector is equal to AC vector. Okay. So squaring on both sides. First AB vector is equal to AC vector. Now squaring on both sides. How can you write AB vector? AD plus DB. AD plus DB vector. Isn't it? Using the triangle or first triangle. AB can be written as AD plus DB is equal to, how can you write AC? AC can be written as AD plus DC. AD vector plus DC vector, the whole square. Okay. Now, DB is nothing but minus DC, isn't it? So we can write this as AD vector plus DB vector, the whole square, is equal to AD vector minus DB vector, the whole square, because we know that DB is equal to minus DC, isn't it? We know this. DB equal to minus DC. Okay. So we can write AD vector plus DB vector is equal to AD vector minus DB vector. DC can be written as minus DB. Now expanding using the formula A plus B and A minus B whole square, we can write this as AD square plus DB square minus 2AD vector dot DB vector is equal to AD square plus DB square minus, here it is not minus, this is here plus, minus 2 AD vector dot DB vector. Okay. Now the same terms we can cancel on both sides. So you are getting 2AD dot dB and bringing 2AD dot dB to this side, we will get 4AD vector dot dB vector is equal to 0. Taking 4 to that side, AD vector dot dB vector is equal to 0, isn't it? So we have proved that AD dot dB is equal to 0, and we know that dB is nothing but dB vector is nothing but half of BC vector, isn't it? We know this since, okay, we know that dB is half of BC. Okay, we can write since dB and DC are both in the same line, you can write this implies AD dot BC is equal to 0. That implies AD vector is perpendicular to BC vector. Hence, we proved the second problem. Okay. So, here we have to write in the place of dB, we can replace it as a BC because dB and BC are on the same line, and also we can say that dB is equal to half of BC. So, we can replace this and you can give the answer as it is perpendicular. So, we proved what is asked. Okay. Now, let us go to problem number 3. Prove by vector method that the angle in a semicircle is a right angle. So, let us consider a semicircle. Angle in a semicircle. So, when you are marking this, it forms a rectangle. It forms a 90 degree. So, let us mark the points. Let O be the center, AB be the diameter, and P be the point on the circle. Now, we are going to prove that PA dot PB equal to 0. That is angle in the semicircle. Angle என்ன இருக்கு? Angle P. அப்ப angle APB equal to 90 degree னு நம்ம prove பண்ணணும். So, let us consider, let O be the center. Let O be the center, AB be the diameter of the circle. Let P be any point on the circle. Any point on the circle. Okay. Here also the diagram will be like this. Arrows are very important, students. PA, PB, PO and OA, OB are in opposite direction. Okay. So now let consider O as the origin. So now what to prove? To prove angle APB equal to 90 degree. Okay. That is to prove 90 degree na enna perpendicular. இல்லையா? அப்ப PA vector is perpendicular to PB vector. That is PA vector dot PB vector is equal to 0 னு prove பண்ணா போதும். So, to prove that angle in a semicircle is 90 degree, it is enough for us to prove that PA dot PB equal to 0. So, first let us consider what is PA dot PB now. Okay. What is PA vector dot PB vector? How can you write a PA vector? PA vector can be written as PO plus OA. PO plus OA dot PO. What is PB vector? PO plus OB. Now listen here, students. OA and OB are in opposite direction. We can write OA is equal to minus OB. So we can write this as PO vector plus OA vector dot PO vector minus OA vector. Okay. So what it is now? A plus B into A minus B. So PO vector square minus OA vector square. So what is PO vector and OA vector square? It is nothing but the radius of the circle, isn't it? Radius of the circle. So it is equal to 0. Hence we prove that PA dot PB is equal to 0. So we can write therefore angle APB is equal to 90 degree. Hence we prove that the angle in a semicircle is 90 degree. For all the cases we are using the same thing. Dot product is equal to 0 for to prove the perpendicular condition. Okay, next problem also similar to this. Problem number 4. Proved by vector method that the diagonals of a rhombus intersect each other at right angles. So diagonals of a rhombus, what is mean by a rhombus? Rhombus is nothing but a slanting square, isn't it? So let us consider ABCD be a rhombus. Okay, diagonals of a rhombus intersect each other at right angle. What will be the diagonals? AC and BD. So the direction will be like this. Okay. So now let us write here. AB can be written as A vector and BC can be written as B vector. So what is DC? DC is nothing but minus A vector. DA is nothing but minus B vector. Okay. Now let us go to the problem. Let ABCD be a rhombus. Where AC and BD are diagonals. Where AC and BD are diagonals. We have to prove that the diagonals intersect by each other at right angles. So we have to prove. To prove, what is to prove? AC vector perpendicular to BD vector. That is to prove. AC vector dot BD vector is equal to 0. Okay. So the diagonals intersect each other at right angles. Prove right angles again it is 90 degree. So this is the dot product 0 prove panna. So how can you write AC vector dot BD vector? AC vector eppadi eludhalam? A vector plus B vector. Dot. What is BD vector? BD vector can be written as B vector minus A vector. This is the opposite direction minus A vector. What is A plus B into A minus B? This is nothing but B square minus A square. Since the sides are equal, we can write this as equal to 0. Therefore, AC vector is perpendicular to BD vector. Here we can write since B vector modulus is equal to modulus of A vector. The sides are equal. Okay. So we can write this as equal to 0. Next problem, students. Problem number 5. Problem number 5. Using vector method, prove that if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then it is a rectangle. So we are going to draw a parallelogram here. Parallelogram means opposite sides are equal and parallel. It is given that if the diagonals are equal, then it is a rectangle. Diagonals வந்து parallelogram equal இருந்துச்சு அப்படினா அது வந்து rectangle இருக்கும் அப்படினு நம்ம சொல்ல போறோம். So first let us write down. Let ABCD be a parallelogram. Parallelogram, okay? ABCD be a parallelogram where AC and BD are diagonals. AC and BD are diagonals. To prove, what is to prove? If AC is equal to BD, then ABCD is a rectangle. அது ரெண்டு ஈக்குவலா இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா அது வந்து என்னவா இருக்கும்? ரெக்டாங்கிளா இருக்கும். டயகனல்ஸ் ஈக்குவலா இருந்துச்சுன்னா parallelogram என்னவா இருக்கும்? ரெக்டாங்கிளா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்ல போறோம். சரியா? So this is problem number 5. Let ABCD be a parallelogram where AC and BD are diagonals, and we are going to prove that if the diagonals are equal, then it is a rectangle. So let us consider AB vector is equal to A vector and BC vector is equal to B vector. So we can write let AB vector is equal to A vector and BC vector is equal to B vector. So what is AC first? AC vector is equal to A vector plus B vector. AC எப்படி எழுதலாம்? AB plus BC அப்படின்னு எழுதலாம். How can you write BD? BD can be written as B vector minus A vector. BD vector can be written as B vector minus A vector. Okay. Now let us go to the problem. Given, it is given that, given what is given, AC is equal to BD, diagonals are equal. அப்ப modulus போட்டுக்கோ. ஏன் modulus யூஸ் பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா அதோட magnitude value equal ஆ இருக்கு அப்படிங்கறதுக்காக தான் modulus of AC vector, modulus of BD vector. So let us squaring on both sides. Modulus of AC vector square is equal to modulus of BD vector square அப்படின்னு எழுதிக்கிறோம். இப்ப AC vector square னா A vector plus B vector the whole square is equal to B vector minus A vector the whole square. இப்ப formula படி expand பண்ணலாம். அப்ப என்ன ஆகும்? A square plus B square plus 2A vector dot B vector is equal to B square plus A square minus 2A vector dot B vector. இப்ப ரெண்டு பக்கமும் சிமிலரா இருக்க A square B square கேன்சல் பண்ணிடுறோம். அப்ப அது இந்த சைடு கொண்டு வந்தீனா 4A vector dot B vector is equal to 0. அப்ப 4 அந்த சைடு போயிடுச்சுனா A vector dot B vector is equal to 0. So what is A vector and what is B vector? It is perpendicular, isn't it? So we can say that now angle ABC is equal to pi by 2. ஏனா நமக்கு இருக்கிற டயகிராம்ல இது வந்து A vector, இது வந்து B vector நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி போட்டோம். இப்ப இது ரெண்டும் வந்து டாட் ப்ராடக்ட் 0 னா கட்டாயமா இது எப்படி இருக்கும்? 90 டிகிரியா இருந்திருக்கும். சோ 90 டிகிரி. அப்ப ஆங்கிள் ABC, இது வந்து A, இது B, இது C னு மார்க் பண்ணிருந்தோம். சோ this is perpendicular to this அப்படினா நம்ம டாட் ப்ராடக்ட் 0 னு சொல்லிட்டா. அப்ப ஆங்கிள் B வந்து 90 டிகிரியா இருக்கும். ஒரு ஆங்கிள் 90 டிகிரியா இருந்தாலே அது என்னவா மாறிடும்? Therefore that implies ABCD is a forms a rectangle. Forms a rectangle. Okay students, is it clear? So this is the fifth problem. Okay, now let us go to problem number 6. Okay, let us move with problem number 6. Prove by vector method that the area of the quadrilateral ABCD having diagonals AC and BD is equal to half modulus of AC vector cross BD vector. So let us draw a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral is again a four-sided figure with AC and BD or the diagonals. Okay, let us mark A, B, C, D. Quadrilateral, you have to make the arrows like this. Okay, now it is given that the area of the quadrilateral having diagonals is equal to. So we have to find out the area of the quadrilateral. Let ABCD be a quadrilateral. Where AC, BD வந்து diagonals or diagonals. Okay. இப்ப நம்ம என்ன கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்? ஏரியா ஆஃப் த குவாட்ரிலேட்டரல் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். அப்ப ஏரியா ஆஃப் த குவாட்ரிலேட்டரல் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு நான் ப்ராப்ளமை வந்து வெக்டார் ஏரியா ஆஃப் த குவாட்ரிலேட்டரல்னு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண போறேன். வெக்டார் ஏரியா ஆஃப் தி quadrilateral ABCD is equal to, இத வந்து நம்ம ரெண்டு ட்ரையாங்கிளா பிரிக்கலாம் இல்லையா? ABC னு ஒரு ட்ரையாங்கிள் எடுத்துக்கலாம், ACD னு ஒரு ட்ரையாங்கிள் எடுத்துக்கலாம். அப்ப வெக்டார் ஏரியா ஆஃப் ட்ரையாங்கிள் ABC பிளஸ் vector area of triangle ACD. ரெண்டுமே ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றது ஒரே லெட்டர்ல ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணு. ABC யும் ACD யும் நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிறோம். ஓகே, இப்போ what is the formula to find out the area of the triangle? ட்ரையாங்கிளோட ஃபார்முலா எப்படி எழுதுவோம்? இப்போ ABC அப்படின்னா AB cross AC னு எழுதலாம் இல்லையா? வெக்டார் ஏரியானா AB cross AC into half. அப்ப half of AB vector cross AC vector அப்படின்னு எழுதலாம். Similarly plus half of, இது ACD தான் எப்படி எழுதுவா? ACAD அப்படின்னு எடுத்துக்கணும். எப்பவுமே ஸ்டார்டிங் லெட்டர் ட்ரையாங்கிள் ஃபார்முலாவுக்கு சேமா இருக்கணும், அத ஞாபகத்துல வச்சுக்கணும். AB எடுத்தா AC, BC எடுத்தீங்கன்னா BA, BC எடுத்தீங்கன்னா BD, இப்ப CA எடுத்தீங்கன்னா CD அப்படின்னு தான் வரணும். சோ AB cross AC, இந்த AC cross AD. இப்ப நான் என்ன பண்ண போறேன்? AC நான் இங்க மாத்த போறேன். அப்படி மாத்தணும் அப்படின்னா கிராஸ் ப்ராடக்ட்ல A cross B B cross A மாத்தணும்னா we have to change with the sign of negative, isn't it? So let us change half of minus of AC vector cross AB vector plus half of AC vector cross AD vector. Okay, இப்போ நான் என்ன பண்ண போறேன்னா half AC யவே நான் காமனா வெளில எடுக்க போறேன். அப்போ half AC vector அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம காமனா வெளில எடுத்தோம் அப்படின்னா இங்க பிராக்கெட்ல என்ன வரும்? கிராஸ் ப்ராடக்ட் போட்டுட்டு இந்த மைனஸ் AB இதுல மல்டிப்ளை ஆகும். So minus AB vector plus AD vector. Okay, is it clear students? நான் என்ன பண்ணிருக்கேன், ஏன்னா நமக்கு ஃபார்முலா என்ன ப்ரூவ் பண்ணணும்னா AC cross BD னு ஃபார்முலா ப்ரூவ் பண்ணணும் half of. அதனால நான் AC வெக்டாரை முன்னாடி கொண்டு வந்தேன் ஃபர்ஸ்ட். அதுக்கு ஒரு நெகட்டிவ் சைன் வெளியில வந்துச்சு. ஓகே, அதுக்கு ஒரு நெகட்டிவ் சைன் நான் வெளியில கொண்டு வந்தேன். இப்போ என்ன பண்ண போறேன்னா half AC ய வெளியில எடுக்கிறேன். அப்ப half AC ய நான் வெளியில எடுத்துட்டு கிராஸ் ப்ராடக்ட் ஆஃப் மைனஸ் AB plus AD. அப்ப இது ஒரு டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூட்டிவ் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி மாதிரி வந்திருக்கும். இப்ப மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி பாரு, AC cross minus AB, AC cross AD னு வரும். Okay, now let us write this as half AC vector cross minus AB யை எப்படி மாத்திக்கலாம்? BA vector னு மாத்திக்கலாம். BA vector plus AD vector. அப்ப BA plus AD னா என்ன வெக்டார் வரும்? BA AD ஆட் பண்ணினா BD வரும். So we can write this as half of AC vector cross BD vector. So we got the answer what we need, that is AC cross BD. ஆனா நம்ம எழுதி இருக்கிறது வந்து இது என்னது? வெக்டார் ஏரியா, வெக்டார் ஏரியா ஆஃப் ABCD quadrilateral. But we need a area of quadrilateral. So area of quadrilateral ABCD, area of ABCD is equal to half into modulus of AC vector cross BD vector. ஏனா வெக்டார் ஏரியானா உனக்கு குவாண்டிட்டி வந்து வெக்டார்ல வரும். சோ ஃபைனலா நம்ம ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துலயும் மாடுலஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டே வர முடியாது. அதனால தான் அங்க வெக்டார் ஏரியால ப்ராப்ளம் ஆரம்பிச்சு ஃபைனலா ஆன்சர் வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் வெக்டார் ஏரியா நீ எழுதினதை எடுத்துட்டு ஏரியான்னு போட்டினா you can make the modulus. Modulus போட்டாதான் நமக்கு அது வந்து scalar quantity கிடைக்கும். இல்லைனா it will be a vector quantity. Okay, so today's 6 problems is enough. Tomorrow we shall continue with the next problems. Thank you students.
Exercise 6.1, question number 7. Prove by vector method that the parallelograms on the same base and between the same parallels are equal in area. So let ABCD and ABC dash D dash be the two parallelograms between the same base, between the same parallels AB and CD and on the same base. And on the same base AB. So we'll draw the diagram first. So the diagram is this. So ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram and we have to draw another parallelogram. So another parallelogram ABC dash D dash. So ABCD is one of the parallelogram and the other parallelogram is A, B, C dash, D dash. So, now we have to prove that the two parallelograms are on the same base AB, and between the two parallelograms, between the two parallels AB and CD it is given. Now we have to prove that the area of both the parallelograms are equal. So now consider area of the parallelogram. Area of the parallelogram AB, C dash, D dash. So area of the parallelogram AB, C dash, D dash is equal to modulus of AB vector cross AC dash vector. AB vector cross AC dash vector, and this can be written as modulus of AB vector cross AC vector. AC vector can be written as AC vector, AC dash vector. So I have drawn diagram like this. So AB vector cross BC dash. AB cross, we will take this as B. So BC dash is equal to, because both are adjacent sides, so AB vector cross BC dash vector is equal to AB vector cross BC dash can be written as BC vector plus CC dash vector. So now this is equal to AB vector cross BC vector plus AB vector cross CC dash vector modulus of, and now this is equal to AB vector cross BC vector, because AB vector and CC dash are parallel. So because they are parallel, their cross product is equal to 0. Therefore, we have only AB vector cross BC vector, and AB vector cross BC vector is nothing but area of the parallelogram. Area of the parallelogram ABCD. So hence we have proved that area of the parallelogram ABC dash D dash is equal to area of the parallelogram ABCD. Then we will go to question number 8. Question number 8. If G is a centroid of a triangle ABC, prove that area of triangle GAB equal to area of triangle GBC equal to area of triangle GCA is equal to 1/3 area of ABC. So now consider a triangle ABC. So G is the centroid. G is the centroid of the triangle. So now we will take A as the origin. So consider A as origin. So because A is the origin, the position vector of G is given as AG vector is equal to, in plus 1 you have studied O is the origin of vectors, so we have taken as OG. Here A is the origin of vectors, so we have taken as AG vector. AG vector is equal to AA vector plus AB vector plus AC vector by 3. Now here AA vector is 0, therefore this is nothing but AB vector plus AC vector by 3. So now consider, we know that area of triangle ABC is equal to half into modulus of AB vector cross AC vector. AB and AC are the adjacent sides. So half into AB vector cross AC vector. So now you consider area of triangle GAB. So area of triangle GAB is equal to half into modulus of AB vector cross AG vector, where A, B and AG are the adjacent sides. So now this is equal to half into modulus of AB vector cross AG vector. We have got it as AB vector plus AC vector by 3. So now this is equal to 1 by 3 can be taken out. So we can write this as 1 by 3 into area modulus of 1 by 3 into 1 by 2, 1 by 3 into 1 by 2 into modulus of AB vector cross AB vector plus AB vector cross AC vector. But AB vector cross AB vector is 0. Therefore, we get it is equal to 1 by 3 into 1 by 2 into modulus of AB vector cross AC vector, and which is nothing but, so this is equal to 1 by 2 into, this is area of triangle ABC. So similarly we can also prove the other results. So similarly we can prove area of triangle GBC is equal to area of triangle GCA is equal to 1 by 3rd of area of triangle ABC. Hence, prove. Okay, next we will go to the next question. 9, 10 and 11 can be taken for homework. 11th question similar we have done in the example, so that can be taken for homework. Now coming to question number 12. 12th question. Forces of magnitude 5 root 2 and 10 root 2 units acting in the directions respectively act on a particle which is displaced from the point with position vector to the point with position vector. Find the work done by the forces. So here what is given is, so let F1 vector is equal to, magnitude is given as 5 root 2. So 5 root 2 F1 cap it is. So we have seen already that if A is a unit vector, then A cap is equal to A vector by modulus of A vector. This we have studied in +1. Therefore, F1 vector can be written as 5 root 2 into F1 vector by modulus of F1 vector. So now this is equal to 5 root 2 and F1 is given as 3i cap plus 4j cap plus 5k cap by modulus of F1 vector. So it is root of 3 square 9 plus 4 square is 16 plus 5 square is 25. So it is equal to 5 root 2 into 3i cap plus 4j cap plus 5k cap by 9 plus 16 is 25, 25 plus 25 is root 50, so root 50 is equal to root of 25 into 2, so which gives you 5 root 2. So by 5 root 2. So 5 root 2 and 5 root 2 gets cancelled, so it is equal to 3i cap plus 4j cap plus 5k cap. Similarly, F2 vector if you find, it is equal to magnitude is given as 10 root 2. So 10 root 2 into F2 cap. So it is equal to 10 root 2 into F2 cap is 10i cap plus 6j cap minus 8k cap by square root of 100 plus 36 plus 64. So it is equal to 10 root 2 into 10i cap plus 6j cap minus 8k cap by 100 plus 100 is 200. So it is again 10 root 2. So 10 root 2 gets cancelled in both numerator and denominator. So it is equal to 10i cap plus 6j cap minus 8k cap. So now we have to find F1, F vector. So F vector is equal to F1 vector plus F2 vector. So add both. So when you add both, we get 10 plus 3 is 13, 13i cap, 6 plus 4 is 10, so 10j cap, and minus 8 plus 5 gives you minus 3k cap. Then it is given from a point, act on a particle which is displaced from the point with position vector 4i cap minus 3j cap minus 2k cap to the point with position vector. So we have to find now the displacement. So displacement d vector is equal to AB vector. So it is nothing but OB minus OA. O is origin of vectors here we have taken. So OB minus OA. So OB is to the point and OA is from the point. So it is 6i cap minus plus. So subtracting and doing all those, we get it here as 2i cap plus 4j cap minus k cap. So now we have to find work done. So work done by formula we have seen in example, work done is W is equal to F vector dot D vector. So it is equal to F vector is 13i cap plus 10j cap minus 3k cap dot 2i cap plus 4j cap minus k cap. So now taking dot product, it is equal to 13 into 2 is 26 plus 10 into 4 is 40 minus 3 into minus 1 is plus 3. So which gives us finally work done as 69 units. Okay, now we will go to the next question. Question number 13. 13th question. Find the magnitude and direction cosines of the torque or moment of a force represented by 3i cap plus 4j cap minus 5k cap about the point with the position vector 2i cap minus 3j cap plus 4k cap acting through a point whose position vector is. Okay, so here F vector is given as 3i cap plus 4j cap minus 5k cap. And here R vector is AB vector and AB is OB minus OA. And remember that here it is given through a point and about the point, acting through a point. So acting through a point should be taken first. So we have OB vector is 4i cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap minus of 2i cap minus 3j cap plus 4k cap. So we get finally it is equal to 2i cap minus 5j cap minus 7k cap. So here remember always, as we saw in work done, displacement is to the point minus from the point, and here it is through the vector. Through vector minus about vector. So remember this. So this is R vector and F also we have written. So now we know that torque or moment is equal to, that is T vector is equal to R vector cross F vector. So it is equal to determinant of R vector I cap, J cap, K cap, R is 2 minus 5 minus 7 and F is 3, 4 minus 5. So it is equal to I cap into, so this we multiply first, so 25 minus of minus plus 28, then minus J cap into minus 10 minus 21, then plus K cap into, so plus K cap into 8 plus 15. So it is equal to 28 plus 23 gives plus 5. Okay, here it is plus, so this is plus, so we have minus 25. Minus 25, so it is equal to 3i cap minus 11j cap, 3, 4 minus 5, 2, 5 minus 7. So minus 11j cap and minus 7k cap. Okay, so this is torque. Now it is asked to find the magnitude. So magnitude of the torque. So magnitude is nothing but the modulus. So magnitude of torque is equal to square root of 3 square. 3 square is 9 plus 11 square is 121 plus 7 square is 49, which is equal to root of 179. And it is also asked to find the direction cosines. So direction cosines. So the direction cosines are, so we have got 3i cap minus 11j cap minus 7k cap. So 3 by root 179 comma minus 11 by root 179 comma minus 7 by root 179. Then the last question, 14th question, you can take it for homework. So it is similar to that of this, only the first part is asked. So the 14th question can be taken for homework. So in this exercise we have given you 4 sums for homework, 9, 10, 11 and 14 can be done for homework. Thank you students.